All right. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, right now we're going to be doing a ClairTarot reading. Thank you, baby. We're going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watches. I asked the Piscean energy. Let me just plug in my laptop. I asked the Piscean energy what this reading is going to be about. Y'all, they trying to hook, line, and sink you. So, just let me go ahead and pull the cards for us. If you're watching me from Facebook, please know, because I'm live on Facebook and YouTube, please know that I can't see your comment. If you would like me to see your comment while I'm live, please do join me on my YouTube channel. The link is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. All right, now let's see. Just pulling some cards. This is going to be an interesting read. This is going to be an interesting read because, ooh, they creeping. Ooh. Okay. And I creep, yeah, creeping on the down low. There is some caca swirling around. Pisces, I've been noticing some major shifting going on over the past, I want to say, week. There was something that was supposed to kind of take root, I feel like. And what ended up happening, instead of whatever that was continuing, it reverted back to an old pattern and timeline. And so a lot of resistance, restricted flow. It doesn't necessarily mean that your energy is, going to be massively affected, but it could definitely indicate a lot of delay and just unnecessary bullshit. That's what we call it, bullshit. Okay. I'm almost done pulling cards. Almost. It's a lot of cards we're going to be talking about. A lot of cards because that's just how we do. Okay. One more deck. Actually, two more. Please no. Please no. That deck suddenly makes me nervous. So let's see. Let's see what happens. So this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, also for your cross watchers. But if we're going to really be honest, it's this feeling that if it resonates, it doesn't really matter what's in your chart, then, you know, the reading is kind of for you. If you find yourself really like, oh my God, this is my story, oh my gosh, then it probably is for you as well. Okay. So final deck. You guys, I don't use this deck much, and it kind of makes me nervous. Okay, so there you go. All right. We are now going to get started. Let me just move these aside a little bit. Because, all right, guys. It's starting off real funky. It's starting off real funky already. Okay. So these same cards keep popping up. Keep popping up. All right. So here's the thing. Where should we start? We'll just start with the first card that fell. Okay, so let me pull my hat tight. Card number 13, Power of Attraction. This card could have multiple layers of meanings. The first and most obvious is that this is you calling in a very deep soul connection. It could be that you're calling in just energetically, or for some Pisces, it's really calling in the individual, you know, like it's literally, it's calling in the actual person. So there you go. Power of attraction. This also has to do with you cultivating your thoughts about the process really affects the process. So if you're going to be very resistant to it, if you're going to be very resistant to the process, it's going to continue to create a lot of hiccups, which is going to continue to frustrate you. All right. So you have to just stay focused, look at the thing in the eyes or the person, the energy, the soul, whatever you want to call it. Be focused. Okay. If you really want to connect, then the connection will occur. But again, some things, whether you want or not, they have been predetermined by soul. So if you don't want something that's predetermined by soul to need to happen in this lifetime, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. So if, let me just gather my thoughts. If this is a soul connection with someone else, the whole twin thing, one of you has a lot of inexperience dealing with your emotions. There's been a lot of like tantrumish behaviors, a lot of bitterness, a lot of misunderstanding, very vindictive type of behavior. Basically, it's a lot of fear-based. Fear of being rejected, fear of not being enough, fear of just not being heard, not being seen, just a lot of fear-based stuff. Look at her face. Like, that looks like someone who's considering having a tantrum. So, again, a lot of resistance going on. Well, here's the thing. Portal of light, she glides on wings through time and space. So one of you is actually doing much of the work, okay? A good bulk of the work needing to be done to heal whatever spiritual wounds exist between the two of you. One of you is doing most of the work. One of you. So the other one is kind of just like trying to sit under your umbrella. Card number 20, under my umbrella. You know, you're kind of being left out in the storm to figure out how to build a shelter or whatever. And the other one is kind of just like thinking the Riri, under my umbrella, Ella, a. And it's probably frustrating for whoever's doing the bulk of the work, but it feels like it's Pisces doing the bulk of the work, to be honest. If it's not Pisces doing the bulk of the work for this pair, it's because the Pisces is very unbalanced. I said it. You can be mad at me all you want. I'm Pisces too. Okay, I'm just speaking truth. You're probably very, very unbalanced, existing in a state of fear, state of lacking, like mindset of lacking, and really just unwilling to accept yourself. Unwilling to see the greatness that you actually are. Pisces really struggles with that. We have a tendency to want to hide the most beautiful parts of ourselves. So work on that. Work on that. Begin the gathering. Okay, you're a gatherer. You're a gatherer. Well, let me see. Let's see. Here we go. Before we cultivated grains, we collected the wild bounty of nature. Gatherer finds abundant seeds, nuts, berries, and wild greens where the ordinary person sees only barren soil. The gatherer is the provider, the forager, and the gardener who collects roots and vegetables for the long winter when game is scarce. She does not hoard, trusting the bounty around her. So this is really tapping into, that lacking mindset. If you're going to waste your time worrying about lacking, you're not going to spend your time gathering the very sustenance that you need. Okay? If you're going to block the path that abundance takes to enter your space, this is your birthright. This is your birthright. This is not something that someone else outside of you is going to give you. When you continue to stand in your way, if you're confused and you don't want to see what your soul is telling you, you want to find ways in which to justify your continued disharmonic belief system, then you're going to continue to be confused. You're going to continue to not get what you're wanting, because what you're wanting is not in alignment with what you're needing. That's the main thing. That's really the main thing. A lot of people are like, oh, I never get what I want. Is what you want in alignment with what you need? Is it in alignment with your soul? No? Well, then why are you complaining that you're not getting it? Your soul's not going to give you things that's unnecessarily toxic for you. It's not. But if you want to continue to I'm not getting what I want, and I'm not talking to anyone in specific, okay? I'm not getting what I want. I wanted that boy. Well, that boy's going to screw you over, boo. You think your soul is going to just do that? If you're not going to learn anything from it, you think your soul's going to give you that boy? I don't think so. So maybe instead of having this mindset of I never get what I want, I wanted that, know that you dodged a bullet. Okay, you dodged a bullet. If you're in a scarcity mindset, open your heart to look beyond current conditions, and you'll find the bounty being offered to you. Practice sharing, not hoarding. Okay, so card number 16, Cancer. I feel, Cancer got a bum rap yesterday. I was doing a bunch of readings and everyone's like, Cancer took my man. Let me just read from the book. I was like, damn, I got Cancer in my chart. Let me see. So your feelings are your God. The soul is your temple. Rely upon the wisdom of what you feel right now. Okay. You can be assured emotions are high. You may want to withdraw, or you may be dealing with someone who's withdrawn or depressed. There is sensitivity and emotional closeness indicated. In regards to love, it may be a secret or involve bonded souls. Bonded souls. So again, for some, this has to do with wanting, coveting an individual just because you slapped that twin label on them. For others, this has to do with an actual true soul connection with another individual that is being, it looks like it's being tampered with, to be honest. It looks like there is some parasitic influence that's keeping them in that lacking mindset, fear-based mentality, causing them to, again, have their little tantrums because they're inexperienced dealing with their actual feelings. And people say Pisces is a weak one because we are all in our feelings. Well, at least we know how to process shit. I'm just saying, some Pisces, not all. Okay, you're going to try and be all badass. I don't cry. I'm a bad bitch. Okay, well, enjoy that shit, bad bitch. Enjoy that shit. Be a bad bitch with all your badass blockages. I'm just saying. Oh, okay. Okay. This also means that family or domestic issues need to be addressed, women's issues and how women get along. So this has to do with a cat fight. Meow, meow, damn. Witches and their power. So with this card popping up, I wouldn't be surprised if one or both of the individuals are actually in a relationship and the significant other is using witchcraft. That might be why all of this is going on. That's kind of the general feeling. But you know, they creeping. They keep watching. They keep watching. So there's Pisces getting all pissed off. Like, leave me alone already. I'm writing in my journal talking shit about you. Stop watching me. Let me get the meaning of this card. So, Seven of Wisdom. Mm-hmm. Looking like a Jesus. Mm-hmm. Seven of Wisdom. All right. This card's all about gain. Be careful being too much of a perfectionist. This is about reward for good work, purification, wealth, profit. This is also about making sure you're not holding on to things that still, you know, that need to be released, because that is something that Pisces struggles with, the holding on to things that are no longer serving your purpose, no longer serving your growth. This includes people, circumstance, thoughts about individuals. Like, if you piss off a Pisces, if you hurt their feelings like really badly, they're never going to forgive you. I'm just saying, we're just not so like out there with it, you know? People say like, oh, if you piss off a Scorpio, they're never going to forgive you. Yeah, Scorpio makes it known, but Pisces is just like, you don't exist. Once you're buried, bro. You're never coming back. They're going to bury you. They're going to have a little funeral in their head about you. They're going to play the songs to remember your memory. And then they're going to burn the tapes. And you don't exist. You like literally don't exist. So, yeah, who are you? I'm sorry, do I know you? You might have me confused with someone else. Seven of Cups. It's true though. It's true. So maybe this connection knows that. And maybe it's not just the cross watcher that's having their little bit of tantrumish behavior. Maybe Pisces too is having tantrumish behavior. So Seven of Cups in reverse: desire, determination, willpower, a goal nearly attained, intelligent choice. I don't think they're going to stop. Okay. They're going to keep dreaming about you like you some food. You know what I'm saying? They know you're not a side dish, Pisces. They know you the main course, boo-boo. You the main course. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's why there's an issue, because this card in the book, it talks about an issue with women relating to each other, issue between women, a cat fight, basically. Yeah. So the significant other probably recognizes that they pale in comparison to you. I wouldn't be surprised, Pisces, if you are dealing with a twin flame type circumstance. I wouldn't be surprised if that individual picks someone who is, they're trying to make into a replica of you, but it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. It's just not. It's not going to work because, I mean, you're Pisces. First, you know, you can't replicate a Pisces. We have a whole nother level of sensuous cray that just can't be imitated. You can't. You just can't. Okay. So Queen of, hold on. Here we go. Wait, what? Why you guys organize this like this? This is so confusing. Come on now. Here we go. All right. Uh-huh. So Queen of Cups, imaginative, poetic, kind, good nature. That's you, Pisces. That is you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay, so here's the thing. Pisces, are you having an issue with a Cancer? Is that what it is? Look at that shit. Wow. Wow. Okay, so in these hermetic cards, there there's a crawdad, a crayfish representing Cancer. I mean, y'all, let's not do this with Cancer. There are water, sister. But yeah, no, boo, you're never gonna be the Queen of Cups. Okay. Pisces is here to stay. Pisces is the queen of the water. She's the mermaid. Stick to your little. I think what you need to recognize, Pisces, is that whatever circumstance is going on for that other person, for that soul connection, it is not your problem. Don't insert yourself into that. If they are choosing to be with someone that they're trying to make into like a clone of you, that's their issue. They're having relationship issues, that's their issue. Has nothing to do with you. Notice how she has her back to the Cancer. Okay? She has her back to the Cancer because that's none of her business. It's just not. It's just not. Let them figure that out. Don't involve yourself in that. That's a whole hook, line, and sink you. If you allow yourself to be involved in that, they're going to sink you together because they're very, although it is a divine counterpart of yours, there's a lot of dark energy stuff going on, a lot. This dark energy stuff is going to affect their ability to comprehend that their behavior is very toxic. 79% at 922. Whew. That's crazy. That is crazy. And by the looks of it, the Cancer tried to grab at you. Look at your dress. It's a little bit ripped. I'm just saying. She got shoulder pads. You might have to shoulder check them, girl. You might have to shoulder check them. Queen of the Thrones of Waters. That's beautiful. All right. 3 of... So we got 3 of Cups in reverse. Overabundance, excessive pleasure, loss of prestige. So, yeah, this is the third party circumstance. Let that shit empty out. You can't be sunk if you continue to empty out the toxicity. Just let it go, for real. Let it go. I don't know. Maybe it's just my own personal take on it, but let that shit go. Yeah, see, again, this cup is about Cancer. This is about Mercury and Cancer. Whatever they're going through, it's fizzling out. It's fizzling out. And because these two, this and this, it's probably a Cancer. Because they can't come to the terms of their reality where, you two are not compatible. You two have a trauma bond that you've been fostering, and you're no longer in that stage of trauma, so the bond is fizzling. And all of a sudden, it's being put on Pisces. Oh, it's Pisces' fault. Because you exist, it's your fault. Because my man can't stop watching your ass, is your fault. Do you see me watching you? Right, Pisces? Do you see me watching you except to look at you and be like, why you keep watching? Okay, you ain't the one on the outside. You're in your own space and they keep watching you. So don't fall for this. Don't fall for it. Continue to do your own thing. Just do your own thing. Don't let them suck you into their drama, because that's a trauma bond that is working its way out. Ooh, shit. Okay. Let's just put these two right here. All right. Mm-hmm. See, this is just some shit right here. Okay. So with this card, the perfection of your life, card number 30. Typically, this card is about storms. Okay, Pisces, you're going through your own ascension process where you're potentially having struggles processing the events of your life. A lot of us have had really, really traumatic, destructive events happen this year. Okay, a lot of us, not just Pisces, a lot of us have been destroyed in so many different ways this year. And you continue to try and rebuild. You continue to try and push forward. This is about that storm. And that storm, so in some ways, if you look at Pisces as a fish, in some ways the storm helps to kind of rejuvenate you because, well, I mean, let's face it, Pisces excels when there's chaos. Okay, we're chaotic. We're just chaotic. And when we're in chaos, it kind of just, it's our element and we're not tripping. Like, we can deal with this. But someone's trying to set fire. Someone is trying to start shit. I think it's kind of off to the side still, but someone is trying to start shit. Pisces, they are trying real hard to set fire to your forest. Oh my God. That song. Set fire to my forest and you let it burn. This has to do with twin shit. Okay. Listen to that Selena Gomez song. I forget what the hell it's called. Lose you to love me. Is that what it is? That's Selena Gomez song. She says that in her song, set fire to my forests and you let it burn. So you had to set them free. They had to go. Like, get the fuck out of here. I need to focus hating you so I can learn to love me. And that's what this is all about. All of this is being allowed to happen, including their crazy ass Cancer girlfriend continuing to stalk you, continuing to have their tantrum-ass behavior, continuing to dream about you, fantasize about some sort of reconnection while their cup is being emptied. Their hater-ass Cancer is trying to grab at your skirt. Like, boo, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. So this needed to happen as part of your process to force you to choose yourself, because Pisces, you never choose yourself. You always end up choosing other people, choosing to help other people, love other people, bend over backwards for other people. You know what I'm saying? Now is not the time to choose to continue that type of destructive, self-destructive cycle. You're being provoked. Card number 47, Grand Cross Provoker. This whole circumstance is trying to provoke you to choose yourself. You have so much potential that you're not tapping into. You have so much potential. You have to tap into that potential. It's your whole third eye is ripe. I wouldn't be surprised if you've been having a lot of sinus drainage, a lot of like weird facial and head pressure. You're going through a massive ascension. Massive. See, the curtains are purple. That signifies your crown space. You're in your space within your crown. Look at this. You have a crown. You are the queen of the thrones of water. You know, this is about you recognizing, remembering once again, the fact that you are royal, okay? Tapping into your potential. There's such an imbalance between the two. Okay, if this is a twin circumstance, there's such an imbalance. You're over here tapping into potentiality. They're over there marinating in their inexperience. You know, and it's not that you're better. It's not that they're not worthy of you. It's you know, it's just no. The Death card. This shit needs to end. It needs to be done. It really needs to be done. You can't continue this cycle over and over and over where as soon as you begin to tap into that potentiality, here they come setting fire to your forest because of their inexperience with dealing with their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there you go. There you go. You are being cleansed by the storms of your life while they're trying to shelter from it. There you go. That's it right there. There you go. So as the storms terraform the landscape of your mind, as it helps you to reach higher levels of conscious awareness, they're over there weighing you down with their fucking energy. They're weighing you down with their energy. So this is about to come to a head. This is about to come to a head because Pisces, I think you're really sick and tired of this shit. Hold on. You're ready to move forward. Ace of Swords. This is about great determination, initiative, strength, activity, excessiveness, triumph, fertility, prosperity, deep emotions. You're ready to cut that tie. You're ready. You're ready to go ahead and cut that tie. You're ready to just continue with your life, your existence, center yourself in your truth, and forget all of this bullshit that's going on because this is literally bullshit. This is legit bullshit that's going on, and you don't need to be a part of this. You really don't. You don't need to be a part of this. Let's see what this card means. All right. Card number 10, corn. Corn represents the mother of sustenance and tangible abundance. This symbol represents material prosperity in the world of form that provides stability and sustenance to many. There's more than enough. You planted a beautiful field of dreams and worked hard. Even in moments when you were losing faith, you continued. Now the spirit of the corn comes to honor this and show you a beautiful, bountiful harvest. This is a time to reap the rewards of hard work and trust, whether those rewards are financial or the kind of prosperity measured in quality rather than quantity. You are so blessed when this symbol appears. Don't forget to share your good fortune. Beware of shortcuts to your dreams or a fast track being offered to you now. Be especially mindful of your feelings of entitlement or an expectation to get something for nothing. This is a time for gratitude, perseverance, and humility. So be thankful. Be thankful that the toxicity of this connection is the impetus for your growth, for your massive quantum leaps forward in your progress, okay? So that's a beautiful meaning for corn. But in this day and age, corn is one of the most highly genetically modified organisms, GMO, okay? Are you going to allow GMO to grow in your field? Are you going to plant GMO seeds? And let me give you my definition of GMO. Grievously modified opinions, GMO. Are you going to plant seeds of grievously modified opinions within the garden of your mind? Are you going to let this and this be planted in the garden of your mind? They're on a self-destructive track. Whoever that twin is and their significant other, they're on a self-destruction train to destruction land. They about to implode. Is that what you want within your field? You have worked so hard. It is not easy being a farmer. I've never been a farmer in this life, but I will tell you, I tried. I tried to plant my little seeds in my little backyard. And then when I was watering my seeds one day, a spider came and macarena'd on my foot. And I said, fuck this shit. I'm buying my food from the store like other people. Not even joking. Farming is hard, hard shit. I'm not a farmer. Are you a farmer? Are you putting in the work that's necessary to begin the process that will sustain you later on? Or I'm a gatherer, okay? I'm resourceful. I just gather things. I ain't gonna farm shit. I'm just gonna gather things. I'm gonna go out in nature and make a big make noise, stomp on the ground, make sure all the animals and critters are scared away before I pick up that apple on the ground. 88% at 935. 8, 8, 9. 3 plus 5 is 8. And the 35 is definitely an indicator that the bonded souls, they are not equals right now. One is at a 3. They need to level up. It's through this circumstance they're going to be leveling up. The other one is at a 5 because they're carrying most of the weight of the healing process. So this is all things, the numbers are even confirming what this process is. Are you going to plant corn or are you going to be a gatherer? And neither is wrong. As long as you continue to recognize you have a need to create a stockpile of sustenance, nourishment, something that's going to carry you through the winter, the long, cold winter where there's probably going to be not much food. 88% at 936, 8899. See, a lot of reflections, leveling up, reunification raised, the presence of that divinity in your journey raised up, amplified, the potency increased. Card number 29, the perfect key. See, you are the key. You are your own key. You can set yourself free from this mental and emotional cage that you've put yourself in. You are the key to their to the end of their suffering, but their suffering is self-imposed. All they have to do is acknowledge and all they have to do is acknowledge the gravity of who you are to them. But they don't want to do that. You know what I mean? You want to let your ego get the best of you. You want to try and prove that you don't need someone. Go ahead. You the one sitting on a big ass bird with an umbrella. I'm over here gathering my food. I'm over here carrying most of the weight. I'm over here ignoring the crazy shit your cancer is doing while they're over there doing some witchcraft shit. I'm just saying, who's really provoking who? Okay? Who's really provoking who? Who really needs who? I say you both need each other because the both of you will continue to provoke growth within each other. That's the reality of it. Okay? So the both of you are the perfect key because look, she has a key. The bird has a key. It's still the same thing, right? You guys both have the keys to each other's growth. Does that mean you have to be in a relationship? No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that at all. Okay. Oh, no. This is a correct, because I've never used these cards. Well, I used them last night for the first time. So Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see. Prosperity without happiness, misused wealth, corruption. Well, there you go. There you go. Maybe maybe the circumstance they're in gives them access to financial benefits. Good for you. Good for you. I'm glad for you. But does that mean you have to continue to be a part of that toxicity? Does that mean you have to be a part of the toxicity? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You can definitely continue your growth on your own. You don't have to continue to allow yourself to be sucked into things that you really don't need to be a part of. Hold on, guys. All right. So the next card. All right. Divine Sun Child. Blessings of the Sun Falcon, the Divine Sun Child Horus, son of Isis and Osiris, flow to you now. It's time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. Blessings of the Sun Falcon herald the time when your divine legacy is being born. It's your time to burn bright. Horus, the divine son child of Isis and Osiris, was born out of impossible circumstance through the great devotion of his mother Isis and her loving determination to heal her husband and bring him back to life, to eventually become king of Egypt, defeating dark forces that would seek to destroy him and all that he loved with great triumph. It's a story of the divine hero of Egypt. It's also a metaphor of our inner world. Our divine feminine must stay true to her values of love, healing, and the triumph of creativity over destruction born of fear and hate. So this is what's going on. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm like seriously getting goosebumps off of this. Ooh. Because, I mean, this is like Osiris and Isis, and this is their son child. You know, I mean, it's not to say that you're supposed to have a child with your twin. Okay, let's just move away from that for a second. But this is their son child. This is the energy that's cultivated from the merger of the consciousness, the healing. You know, it's beautiful, beautiful. And with this being a metaphor of our inner world, allowing that feminine to begin nurturing and healing the masculine energies within you. Because, you know, there might be, you know, X amount of genders at this point, recognized genders, but we have to be really, really honest with ourselves. We have both masculine and feminine energies within us. And regardless of how many genders are recognized technically, anytime a woman exhibits more masculine traits, they're very much ostracized. Anytime a man exhibits more feminine traits, they're made fun of, they're shunned. And all of that has to change. It has to change because we have both genders within us. Energetically speaking, spiritually speaking, we have both the masculine and the feminine. And it's time for you to embrace both your halves. The feminine is the dark energy. The masculine is the light energy. Masculine is positive charge. Feminine is negative charge. It's the yin and the yang. This is about finding the balance and allowing that balance to be a beautiful dance within yourself. This is about provoking you to finally step into the greatness that you actually are. And maybe with this card, she glides on wings through time and space. Maybe this is about you choosing you and gliding through time and space to give yourself a hand, to pull yourself up from all those thoughts of you need someone else, you need to heal other people, you need to help other people. Again, choosing everyone but yourself. So now it's time for you to choose yourself. It's really time for you to choose yourself. Be both the farmer and the gatherer. Create a little garden for yourself to grow enough food to sustain yourself and gather food too. You don't have to be one or the other. You could be both. You absolutely could be both. So let's see. As our divine feminine and masculine unite within our bodies, a new golden consciousness is born. Ooh, this is the sun child Horus, representing the perfect balance of masculine and feminine in harmony with each other. The divine sun child is the new self filled with love, light, and power in the world. It's the authentic self living the inner truths in the outer world, an agent of healing on this planet, an inspiration for others to be bold, brave, and vivid enough to walk their own path to eventually receive these same blessings. Yep. Wow. That's amazing. So this card can indicate a new life and life-changing opportunities that are on its way to you. When your heart sings, say yes. Don't give up until you have your success. The sun will shine on you. You will succeed. So you're going to go through this process. You're already going through this process, and you're going to be successful. You're going to get through this. It's going to be something that works for you. Let's see. There you go again, Pisces, trying to save someone. In your attempt to heal, don't allow your ego. Look at the serpent on her pointer finger, her index finger, which represents ego. Okay. Don't allow that to skew your mindset. You have to stay focused on what you're trying to do, which is heal yourself. You are not Pachamama. Okay. You are not Gaia. You are not here to be a host to all sorts of other people. All sorts of other people are not to use you as their home planet. Okay. 94% at 945, 94945, 9499. I'm just saying 13631, 13631, mirroring. And with the number 4 in there, 94945, that's about you recognizing the divinity of yourself. 4 is the number of self. 9 is the number of God. 94, God, you. 94, God, you. 5, change. It's time for you to change the way you see yourself. You are not to try and take on the role of Pachamama, okay? You're not here in a Messiah type capacity, a savior capacity. As much as you'd like to be a Messiah and savior to so many people, that's not your purpose. You're here to heal yourself and allow people to witness your healing so they can give themselves permission to heal right along with you. You're here to serve as an inspiration, nothing more. You're not here as a savior. You're an inspiration. So you need to allow yourself to re-enter your pure state. Card number 7, pure nature. Be naked in your truth. That's a peony. Peonies in some ancient cultures were considered strong enough, potent enough, metaphysically speaking, to be used for exorcism, okay? So your pure nature, being naked in your truth, you are protected, very heavily protected. Pisces, you have to understand, okay? See that rosebud that she's sniffing? That's you right now. You're closed very tight because you're so ashamed of who you are. You're so ashamed that, oh, you have thorns. Oh, people are getting their fingers and feelings hurt because they're mishandling you. Fuck them. Seriously, fuck them. If you want to mishandle a rose, you're going to get the thorns, and that's not the rose's fault. That's not the rose's fault. If you don't know how to delicately handle a wildflower, don't be fucking with a wildflower, okay? Stick to your store-bought shit. Stick to your Cancer. I'm just saying. That's just me being catty now. I'm just being catty now because I don't like Pisces being fucked with, okay? So return to your pure state of knowing that even in your softness, your naked softness, you are heavily protected. When you have these conversations with yourself, you have to use gentle language. Pisces, you can be so gentle and loving and like make people feel so important to you, but you can't do that for yourself. I know I'm talking to myself right now. Yeah, okay. I can make people feel very welcome, very much loved, very much cared for. That's just my normal state. It's not me trying hard to impress people or be something I'm not. No, that's just how I am. I'm very loving towards other people. But when I do have conversations with myself, it's not very loving. And it's not for a lack of understanding of my self-worth. I'm just my most harshest critic. And Pisces, I think we all struggle with that. So it's time for you to allow your higher self to speak to you from a higher state of being and guide you. Okay? Oh. Also, if whoever this is to you reaches out to try and reconnect and talk about things that need to be spoken about to heal, don't be so quick to lash out. All right? Don't be so quick to lash out. See these 2 cards. Healing. In order to heal, you have to speak softly, softly with a tender touch. All right? There There you go. So all of this ties together because until you're willing to heal, until you're willing to speak to yourself in a kinder, more compassionate way, have patience with yourself, compassion, you're still going to continue to exist in a sacrificial state. Okay, Neptune, sacrifice. This card, I'm being told to look in the book. Hold on. What does this mean? Witchcraft. Self-destructiveness, self-sabotage. You may be caught in a situation which is unclear. The reasons behind it may not make sense or are being withheld from you. This has to do with this shit. This has to do with this shit. Okay? This shit right here, that's what it has to do with. Either someone's very intense thoughts and fixation on you, which I think if this is a twin shit, it's the girlfriend, okay? Fixated on you because she's a jealous ass bitch. Fixated on you. So that fixation, if you don't have your auric shields shored up enough, that fixation can definitely enter your field, auric field, and cause disharmonic energy, disharmonic waves. If you do have heavy protection, for some, this might mean they're dabbling in dark arts. For others, this might mean they've paid someone. I said it. Either they're Googling shit to try and do to you energetically, spiritually, or they've paid someone. So if you're feeling some weird shit going on, you may be caught in a situation which is unclear. The reasons behind it may not make sense or are being withheld from you. Be careful of trickery and playing emotional games. This card, it will be difficult to get to the bottom of the issue. You may see smoke and mirrors. Find yourself engulfed in nefarious mist with blame cast on the wrong person or reason. Because let's face it, weren't we just talking about how the two of them have a trauma bond? And now that trauma bond is faltering. So instead of recognizing that they're not compatible, that their relationship was never going to really be long-term, they're now blaming it on you. It's your fault for existing. The whole idea of compassion is based on a keen awareness of the interdependence of all these living beings, which are all part of one another and all involved in one another. You're being directed into an area which may feel like it's unknowable. Surrendering to the mystery may work best now. Mystery, confusion, enchantment, secret enemies. Dangerous deception, self-sacrifice, self-undoing, the creating of illusions, narcotics, alcoholic drinks, toxins, and poisons. Physical ailments you can never get to the bottom of, the nerves and lymphatic system, needing to flee and become more private. Burning of candles, glamour. Mimicry and copying others. Feeling overcome or intimidated. Emotional games and relationships. If you're not experiencing this in your relationship, your twin is experiencing it in theirs, and it's bleeding over into your space. You need to cut that cord. You need to cut that cord. You are not the sacrificial lamb. You're a fish, not a lamb. Okay? Cut that cord. I'm told you can't cut the cord. Okay, so you can actually cut the cord. If you are a true twin pair, you can't cut the cord. It just regrows. I tried. Trust me, I tried. Past life, present power, the many spiritual faces of you. So this is, again, this is tying into past life shit. This is a third-party circumstance that's gone on for quite some time. Okay? Quite some time. Harvest your power back. And that's it. Take your power back. You don't need to continue this cycle. This can be the life where you're like, no, bitches, I got my own shit going on. This is the life you need to do that. 98% at 954, 9899. Okay. 153 watchers, 36 likes. 153 is 9. 36 is 9. 9, 99% at 955. 9999955. Shit needs to change. It needs to change. If need be, you need to cut that out completely. Take it by the root ball. Fuck cutting cords. You need to get the root ball. Remove it. Pack it. Pack the void that's left. Pack it in with the plasma. Remove the whole fucking ball. Seriously. It'll regrow after some time. But at least you won't be dealing with this bullshit while they're imploding. Because that's just, you don't need to be dealing with this. You don't need to be dealing with this. This is their stuff, not your stuff, their stuff. And this is what's going on. The Endura, that's you. They're over there fucking dying. And that's you. Let them defend themselves. Maybe they've just been in bed too long. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being heartless. But I mean, do you want to continue this for the rest of your life? Do you want to continue being hooked and reeled into some other circumstance? That's really not your circumstance. If they're not willing to fight for themselves, why are you fighting so hard? If they're willing to sacrifice themselves and allow themselves to be consumed by some ugly thing, why are you fighting so hard to keep them alive? Maybe you need to let them perish, because then that opens the potentiality. When you have the death card, that's not just an indicator of an ending. You need to have an ending before you have a new beginning. So maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe you need to let them implode. Stop feeding the energy to them. Maybe you have to enter a hermit mode. And they're still going to follow you around like a child. I'm telling you. I'm not even going to mince words. They're still going to keep following you like a child because they're obsessed with you. They're obsessed with you. Plain and simple. They are obsessed with you. They can't let it go. That's why their trauma bond ass relationship is imploding, because their obsession with you pissed off their trauma bond person. Is that your fault? While you're over there living your own life, all of this shit is being put on you. Oh, yeah, that is a foolish man. Hold on. Let me get the meaning of this card. Hold on. The foolish man. What the hell does that mean? Okay, here we go. The spirit of ether. Aleph, Pluto. Okay. Idea, thought, sensitivity, the flesh, eternal life, spirituality, initiative, folly, foolishness. Oh, the higher significance of this card suggests that the foolish man's perfect innocence is holding the wolf. Thus, the anger of worldly wisdom is held in check by perfect innocence. I mean, is it perfect innocence or is it feigned? Is it ignorance, chosen ignorance, choosing to turn a blind eye to the intentions of a ravenous wolf? What is it? And that's something only you can determine. Are they choosing to allow you to be the scapegoat? 99% at 958. Are they choosing to allow you to be the scapegoat? Because I'll tell you right now, girlfriend, I don't care if you two have no contact. If you are being fixated on by the trauma bond and being blamed for stuff and being attacked and they're allowing it, they are not worthy of you. They are not worthy of you. They don't deserve you. They don't deserve to have any contact with you. They don't deserve your grace, your beauty, your power, nothing. They deserve to be ignored. They deserve that. They deserve to not exist within your field of awareness, because right now you're being tasked to cultivate something beautiful, to bring the beauty of creation back into this plane of existence. And you ain't got time for no pure innocence, fake shit boy or girl. Okay. You ain't got time for that shit. You really don't have time for that shit. I'm going to keep it very real with you, because that's just bullshit. That's just bullshit. And maybe that card came up as a provoker card for me to be able to speak these truths and let you know, like, no, you're not being mean just because you're recognizing this. 100% at 10 a.m. 100, 1000. This is an amplification. You're being raised up tenfold. Through the provoking, you are being raised up, a trauma-induced accretion. They can keep their trauma bond. You can use that trauma to accrete high frequencies. Leave them further behind. If he wants to follow you like a little child, he or she wants to follow you like a little child, they're going to have to fucking work on that shit because you ain't slowing down. Pisces, you don't slow down for nobody. Keep going. If they want to be worthy of you, they need to be able to walk beside you, not behind you like a little child with their fake ass shit, holding on to a ravenous wolf that wants to consume you. Look at that wolf focused on water. Focused on you. Their bags are packed. Their bags are packed. Crocodile tears. That's some deep ass shit. Oh, well, shit. Maybe I need to calm myself down. Maybe I need to calm myself down because I didn't really look at this. So he's holding a wild flower. He's holding a wild flower. He's not being poked by the thorn. So he's learned, or she has learned how to handle you, the delicate prey that you are. The bags are packed. But because of the crocodile tears, the ravenous wolf is needing to be kept in check. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. For some of you, the other person is ready to heal with you. Interesting. So I'm being told to look at this card. Very interesting. So much symmetry. I didn't recognize that before. So the serpent in some cultures, especially ancient ones, symbolized wisdom, knowledge, knowing, all of that. Now notice they're both equal, side by side. One is not higher than the other. Notice the amount of sand in the top and the bottom, equal again. So this, for some, this means that they've gone through the burn, the thoughts, burning thoughts, and they're ready to heal. They're ready to heal with you. See, look, the burning thoughts, trying to cut away that which doesn't serve. Well, that's a tree. I was told the fires are being put out, but that's a tree. It looked like smoke to me. That's a tree. Oh shit, maybe I am being mean. Yeah, well, this is a picture of me. So they're grumpy AF, right? Grumpy AF. Well, look at them watching from the outside, hands in prayer position. Please, please, please just let me explain. Please just let me explain. Let me tell you what I went through, what I've lived through. That's a murder. Look at all the crows. 5 crows. Murder. When you have more than 1 crow, it's called a murder. 5 being the number of change. There's been a lot of communication between their self and soul, and it's changing the trajectory of what they think. I don't know. Let me just get some more cards. like a river, like a river. Hush, oh, fuss, and run me like a river. Hush, oh, fuss, and stand and deliver. Like a river, like a river. Hush, oh, fuss. So, Sacred River Yangtze. The sacred river eternally flows and changes. Just as the river flows and changes course, you too are evolving in your divine path. Veils and sheaths that once covered your soul light are being washed away. Cleansing by sacred water specifically indicates that your emotional life and your life direction are being purified and healed. Changes in the flow of energy within you and in the momentum of your life path unfolding are imminent. This is exciting. You are growing and changing, and soon your life circumstance will reflect your inner evolution. The river is always subtly changing course, flowing and growing. You, like the sacred river, are changing too. Your life direction is going through subtle realignments, or even in the midst of a far more obvious change. You're encouraged to trust in the natural unfoldment of this process and to allow it to work its way through you and your life. This river is an extension of the intelligent guidance of the Divine Mother, her hand reaching through your soul and guiding you towards your highest destiny. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Oh, this is about releasing impurities. She helps the higher self release any impurities which no longer needs to contain. In doing so, there can be a period of spiritual release and even physical detoxification. The detox may occur through emotions that surface, inexplicable pains or aches in the body, a feeling of tiredness for no particular reason, and a need to rest or the urge to meditate more, do healing, go for swims in the ocean, attend yoga class, or even change the way you're eating and sleeping. These are natural, intuitive impulses that confirm your soul is going through a cleansing process as it brings more of its purity into expression. This card is about purity. Kuan Yin speaks of the soul of the sacred river now and guides you to be kind to yourself during these changes and to honor your inner guidance as your own inner light grows stronger now. Trust the flowing changes. You may observe that people are even more attracted to your light during such time because look at this. Dark night of the soul for them. That's probably why they're calling in your energy. It's a dark night of the soul for them. They're going through a detox. Oh, wow. You're holding more light in your being, and without the old veils covering your inner light, your soul is able to shine through matter stronger than ever before. Keep firm boundaries that are loving and don't worry about any extra attention you'll receive. Your light is not just growing brighter, it's growing stronger. So even, wow, that's deep. Even as the witchcraft is being attempted, for some it is being attempted. This is letting you know you're growing stronger and that shit ain't gonna work on you either. Be kind and patient, stay true to yourself and trust that spiritual growth serves. That's deep. Okay. I'm told to pull a card. This is a message from the divine counterpart for those that are needing it. If you need it, not everyone needs it. Let me go ahead and shuffle one more time. All right. Okay, now I'm being told, I said one more card. These are 3 cards. Okay. So those 2, and then I was told to look over here, and I happened to see something so adorable. My kitty cards had opened up. This is 10 of hearts. 10-10 being the start, the realization that a journey needs to be taken. This is their purity laying on the grass, staring at the stars, thinking of where they need to go. And I think that path that they're going to be on is going to lead them right back to you, because you guys have more lessons that you need to learn together. So yeah, wonder, imagination, curiosity. This is the Stargazer card. Okay. So remember, they already think of you constantly. So let us go ahead and do these two. Do I have to do that one? All right. Here we go. The lover and the beloved. When you move beyond consciousness, you caress the beloved. When you move into the unknown, beyond everything, the beloved caresses you. It's not enough to love me. I want you to allow me to love you. It's not enough to desire me, to want to be closer to me. I want to reach out to you and grab a hold of you, drawing you into me and never letting you be apart from me again. There's so much more for us to experience, you and me, than simply gazing, even with love, at each other from a distance. Let me take you into my arms. Let me hold you until we cease to know or care where you and I once were, you and I, for instead we will be one. Will you allow it? Will you allow me? Will you allow us to be? Oh, sweet beloved, the divine, the great beloved, has a passionate desire for you. To love you, to touch you, to make the divine presence known to you so that you'll cease to fear the darkness, take delight in all of life, and become mesmerized by the beauty of love and its endless emanations. But how we resist love at first. Oh yes, we've been burned before, have we not? Abandoned, betrayed, so painfully disappointed, cast aside, and have suffered at the hands of some unworthy lover. Can this great divine love affair be tarred with the same brush, with the same bitter expectations that kept the heart closed? You are too beautiful to be hidden away behind a bitter and gated heart. That is unworthy of you. So then, can you allow the great beloved to reach for you, to receive that sacred touch every day, to be spoken to with words of love, to receive? You who give of yourself, can you recognize the beloved wishes to give to you too? This need not be mutually exclusive happenings. Come now, deep down, you know the genius of the divine is such that in being received, much is given. You shall not be selfish in letting yourself be seen and loved. Allow it, rejoice in it. Take delight in allowing yourself to receive life and let the world soak up the ardent glow of your sensual surrender into the great beloved's embrace. This oracle brings you a message. Something has to change in your physical world. You are in need of more sustenance, more love, more connection, and more nourishment that touches your body and soul and brings them into deeper oneness with each other, with life, with love. Dare you open up and allow that love in? The great beloved has desired this to be so. Will you heed that holy desire? Will you allow love in? Say yes. If you find this difficult, now is the time to gently, carefully tend to the walls you once placed between yourself and life. Walls of tentativeness, excessive caution, fear of abandonment and betrayal, doubt of your own lovableness, and doubts based on past pain without substance. You are so much greater than these crumbling walls. They are the stuff that's designed for demolition, not devotion and honoring. Can you begin to unpack the bricks you mistakenly believed were essential to your safety and well-being? You are too vast to see for that small puddle of thought now. The oceanic world of love is your true home, and the sun is bearing down on you. It's too hot to gaze at the ocean longingly from afar, or even stand by its edge. Strip off your layers, run to the ocean and dive in. This oracle brings you special guidance. An offer or opportunity is on its way to you or has recently been presented. It may be an idea you have been nurturing or one presented to you by another person. Sit with it. Do you feel exhilaration? Do you feel energy at the thought of saying yes? Then say yes. Allow yourself to receive. There is divine encouragement in taking risks that feel wild and alive to your heart. That's so deep. Okay, there was another card as well. One more card. Dance of the Divine Feminine. Card number 42. If a tree could move from one place to another, it would not suffer the pain of the saw or the oppressive wounds. If the sun and the moon stood still like the rocks, they could not offer brilliance. How bitter the taste of water would be if the river stopped its flow, remaining still like seawater. When the seawater rises to become a cloud, it loses its bitterness and pours the rain of sweetness. I have given you only a few examples. You can figure out the rest. Break away from the self and enter the kingdom of love. How can your feet bear to be still when the music is so lush and inviting? How can you hold yourself back from the tide of love when the horizons looms, so vast and exciting? How can you not arch your back and respond with ecstasy to the lover's touch, saying in absolute submission, yes, more? You are made to move and grow, to love and flow. Even mountains change. Surrender the stodgy ways of the mind and become willing to dance to the great orchestrations of love. That's nice. So this oracle brings you a message. There's something you're holding on to, a person, a place, a thing, a belief, a vision, and you need to let it go because it wants to grow. It may grow and change into something utterly different, or it may grow into exactly what you are imagining. Whichever outcome, growth is happening, and you'll find you enjoy the way much more with greater flow and support and less bashing of your head against the proverbial brick wall, if you can let it happen. So you won't be bashing your head on the brick wall if you've dismantled it, right? Don't worry if it seems as though your world is coming to an end or you're losing something you once loved. This is just the shaking about of the great beloved to lead you into a deeper, sweeter dance of divine being and becoming. Put your focus into your heart and realize you are more ready than you think. Now shake those hips, stamp those feet, close your eyes and clap your hands. There, that's better already. So it seems that this card was from their higher self, and this card, the message is from your higher self to them. So, well, that ties into this, where their bag is packed, but they haven't let go yet. They haven't started moving forward yet. This is a process. This is a process for y'all. I'm just over here moisturizing myself. I'm just going to sit here and moisturize myself. Where's the cards here? So you guys, there's a lot of cray going on around you. A lot of just really crazy cray. And maybe what needs to happen is you release your preconceived notions of what this is, what you believe will happen, and kind of just flow back to yourself, because you are the ocean, right? You're riding the river of life. Where do all the rivers eventually wind up? Back to the ocean. So allow yourself to go on that white water rafting ride. That's the most fun kind, right? It's the most dangerous, but it's the most fun kind. And it eventually leads you back to the ocean of your heart. This is about you finding your space, finding your centeredness, and allowing all of this insanity that's going on to really be what provokes you to choose yourself, to choose loving yourself. Listen to that Selena Gomez song. I don't want to get a copyright strike. I'd play it for you. Let me get the lyrics. Hold on. Okay. So she says, "You promised the world and I fell for it. I put you first and you adored it. Set fires to my forest and you let it burn. Sang off key in my chorus because it wasn't yours. I saw the signs and I ignored it. Rose-colored glasses all distorted. Set fire to my purpose and I let it burn. You got off on the hurtin' when it wasn't yours. We'd always go into it blindly. I needed to lose you to find me. This dance, it was killing me softly. I needed to hate you to love me." I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. Sometimes the ugly things that people do, the things that really hurt your feelings are the very things that cause you to choose yourself, that cause you to see the value of you. Allow it. Be thankful for it. Stop holding on to the belief and the need to be vindicated, validated. You don't need any of that. When you're too busy working on yourself, working on learning to love yourself again, working on learning to appreciate who you are because you've changed, because every event in your life will change you. Every day you become a different person. Maybe by small increments, maybe by quantum leaps. It's different for everyone, and it's different for every day. But every single moment you experience in your life will change you in some way. Every interaction, every avoided opportunity, everything. It changes you. Allow it. Allow it. You are a dynamic energy. You were never meant to be static. You were never meant to be contained within a box of waiting, suffering, feeling as though you weren't enough, you were tossed aside, any of that, any of that. Maybe when you start working on yourself, the counterpart will start working on themselves. And if a reconnection is imminent, if a reconnection is slated at all, they're going to need to rise up to meet you, because no way in hell should you lower yourself down. No way in hell. So if you can rise up and continue to work on yourself, when you meet again, when your paths cross again, if they're meant to cross, they'll also be at a higher place in their life, a higher place in their consciousness. And you'll be able to see each other eye to eye and recognize what it is the two of you are supposed to do in this life, because it's not always romantic. Let's not limit this to just romance. Sometimes that divine mirror is the only thing that can accurately show you a reflection of yourself. Because if you really are as unique and great as I believe you to be, everyone else that comes before you as a mirror of you is mirroring simply a fractal, a portion of a fractal of who and what you actually are. So let this one person serve their purpose. Let them mirror back to you the totality of what you're supposed to see within yourself, not in them, within yourself. You were made whole. You came into this life whole. You don't need someone else to make you whole. But there is someone else out there. If you believe in the concept of twins, there is someone else out there who can reflect to you what you need to see about yourself, not about anyone else. This was never about anyone else. This life was always about you finishing off lessons from previous lives, starting new lessons from this life. Make it about you at this point. There's nothing selfish about it at all. It's not selfish to want to grow. It's not selfish to finally begin loving yourself. It's not. That's one of the most loving things you can do. Love yourself in such a way that anyone who witnesses you on your journey will be inspired to do the same for themselves. And maybe that's what the truth of your gift is. Inspiring people through your actions, not your words, not what you preach, not what you post, not the pictures, not the illusions. Because Pisces, we do struggle with that. We struggle with that a lot. We feel so deeply and we don't want to be a burden to other people because we know other people can't hold their breath long enough to reach the depths of where we're at. And that's okay. That's okay. Because in their attempt to deep dive, to reach you, they then begin to train their lungs to be able to hold more and more air, hold their breath longer and longer. And maybe they'll never reach your depths, but in their effort, they would have trained themselves to be able to swim for longer periods and explore their own oceans. That's a gift. That's a gift in itself. So I hope this reading gives clarity for whoever it is that needs it. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell, join me every single time I'm live. Thank you guys so much for sharing this space with me. We so went over time. Bye, guys.